Good evening, everyone. Okay, I hope I am audible as well as clearly visible. Okay, then let's begin, everyone. Okay, so what am I going to talk about? We are now heading towards a new chapter. Before I start my session, please share this session among your peers, and at the same time, if you like this session, then go ahead and like the same as well. Like the same, and if you haven't subscribed the channel yet, then do it the same as early as possible. Okay, everyone. So that's how I'm starting with my session today. As you already know, this is our series in which we are covering the entire modules unit by unit. Till now, I am done with 9 units already. I'm done with eight units from 1 to 8, and I'm currently covering unit number 9 and left with 10th and 11th that will be covered in the upcoming days as well. So this is unit number 9, that is operational aspects of accounting entries that we have started with. Okay. This is something I would say for all the bankers, this is an easier one. Why do I say this? Because you do this every single day, don't you? Anybody is depositing money, the same is entered. Excuse me. Anybody's taking out money, the same is also entered. So all those things are definitely there now. So when all these things are there in your books of accounts and you practically saw it, then that is what we call the operational aspects. In this era, they are not covering anything else, but they are just covering the fact that we deposit the money and withdraw money. This was related to the area of debit and credit again, but from the point of view of the passbook, right? So there are terms regarding vouchers as well, because if I'm depositing money, where's the proof? If you are taking out money, then where's the proof, right? Okay, so that's all about that particular part. Now the next point that we're going to talk about is that our JIIB new season sale is on. That simply means currently you have an opportunity to get double validity as well as 81% discount. If you go through our website, you will find 81% discount is available. And for that, you can use the code Y541. By using this specific code, you will get our JIB CIB classes at 81% discount. And if you're looking forward towards Mahapacks, it is available at double validity. Buy it for 6 months, you get for 12. Get it for 12 months, you get for 24. So that particular benefit is available. So go ahead and check it out on our website or in our app for further details. Till then, let's officially begin this particular topic. What's the name of the topic, everyone? The name of the topic is operational aspects. So when we talk about the operational aspects, what does it cover? This particular topic covers only and only one thing, that is, it covers a specific topic of operational aspects only. Operational aspects from the point of view of a bank. That according to them, how does a bank receives money? How do people deposit money, and what's the impact of the same? Okay, now let's talk about just a few basic transactions here. In terms of the bank, now there are certain transactions which are done. A few are called cash, and some are called non-cash. What's the difference? In terms of cash, there is a movement of cash incoming or outgoing, while in terms of the non-cash, it is also called transfer entries or transfer transactions. In this, you will transfer from one particular area to another particular area. That is basically an internal movement, right? And to record everything, matlab, if there's any movement, if there's anything that is happening, where's the proof? You're looking forward to what's the proof of the same now. Then to review the particular portion and to show it to the even auditors कि ठीक है, we are doing that particular transaction, we will prepare vouchers. Then everyone, so in this case, the second important term that comes is vouchers. If we talk about the area of vouchers, what are vouchers? The vouchers are basically a document proof of the transactions being done in the organization. In this case, you will find that vouchers based upon the transactions can be of two types. One is called debit and the other one is called credit. Okay. So we have these two kinds of vouchers, that is debit voucher as well as the credit voucher. And when we talk about the debit voucher, it would include check issued by the customers. People are withdrawing money from the bank now. So basically, the withdraw is basically a part of it. And then says deposit transactions and the withdrawal transactions, they are recorded accordingly. Now comes the next point. Now, there are certain transactions which are going to include both. They have both debit and credit. If they have both debit and credit, then it is called a composite voucher. A voucher which has both types, that is debit as well as credit. Okay. These are operational aspects of accounting entries. Okay. Now, as I told you the brief information of the operational aspects of accounting, now let's move on and do a few MCQs regarding the same. Okay. What is the ultimate objective of recording financial transactions in every business? Why do you record all those financial transactions? To create a journal, to prepare vouchers, to prepare balance sheet and P&L, or to reconcile bank statements? And there is one particular thing. Technically, you do all these things. On a genuine note, you create a journal. Yes, you do. Then you prepare vouchers of the same as well. Vouchers are basically the documentational proof ki yeah, this particular transaction is being done, we need to record it. And to reconcile bank statements, when you have vouchers ready, when you have your transactions written down, it is very easy to trace down whether the particular transaction that we are talking about, was it really a genuine one? Was it actually a real transaction? Then are these transactions having a proof there, because the term objectivity comes into this concept. It is not given in our book in terms of the IIBF book. They haven't stated it as a principle, but this is also a very important principle of objectivity. For example, when there is an audit, you are always asked for proofs. An auditor will not leave till the time he has a documentational proof or a statement from your side that this particular transaction is backed up with this specific statement. It is so important. So technically all these things are important, but the ultimate aim is none of these. The ultimate aim is to prepare the balance sheet and the P&L, because this is required to provide true and fair view of the books of accounts. Most of the banks, I think if you look at it, then banks is basically a place where public money is involved. So the stakeholders can be badly impacted if the banks are involved in any kind of frauds. And in case the banks faces any loss due to any third party's frauds even, it is going to impact the stakeholders only because their money is involved in these kind of organizations. Okay, so that's what we specify in terms of the stakeholders. Okay, what is a peculiar feature of accounting entries in the banks? Entries are first entered in journal and then in ledger. Entries are standalone with no corresponding entry. Entries are first entered in ledger accounts, then in journal. Entries do not require authentication. Okay, when we look at the peculiar feature of accounting entries in specifically the banks, uh, we prepare a specific area that is called ledger. We have general ledger and we have specific ledgers as well. So we take all those things directly into that area, and from there it is prepared into the journal format as well. Matlab, first of all, if it belongs to a specific person's account, it is recorded in that particular account, and it also goes into the area of general transactions. This transaction has happened during the particular day. So basically, first of all, it enters the ledger. Now, this is different from what we do in normal life. While in a normal business, you will always find they start from journal, then they reach to the area of ledger. While in terms of the operational aspects of banks, it doesn't work that way. How does it work? In terms of a bank, you will always find they are having a ledger, and from that ledger, they create a journal. And everyone got the idea? Achha, if the session has been proving out to be helpful for you, then please share this, and at the same time go ahead and save the playlist of this particular area, so that by the time you will be reaching the examination time, all the videos of this particular series is all saved up for you, so that you don't have to worry about, acha, I have to collect all those things for AFM. By the time the examination is sitting, you will have a better situation then. Okay. Since I had always been, I had also been through the situation where I was also a student. So there you realize that it is always better to compile and systematically keep all the notes that you need for the exam. It shouldn't be like just a few days before the examination you are finalizing things, or on the last day when you are basically very stressed out. Ki what should I do about my classes? Acha, what particular batch I should watch, and what should I do at this point of time? That particular thing never helps. So you should be absolutely clear about the fact what you want to do. Okay? Acha. What type of system do banks use for accounting entries? Now, single entry system, triple entry, double entry, or quadruple entry. In accounting system, we have only two kinds of systems, single entry and double entry. In this case, the method that we are going to use is double entry system of bookkeeping. Okay, banks use double entry system of bookkeeping where we have credit and debit entries and has one more corresponding debit and credit entries. That means if there is a debit side, you will always find a counterparty credit. If there is a credit side, you will always find a counter debit. So basically that's how we define a double entry system of bookkeeping. Acha, what is the term used for accounting procedure where vouchers are straight away posted to individual accounts and subsidiary ledgers in the banks? Okay, we are looking at the vouchers are taken directly to the subsidiary. That is, subsidiary ledgers are basically the additional ledgers, right? Where there is one particular area of primary, and these are additional ones. So when we look at the subsidiary ledgers, it is voucher authorization, journal posting, ledger recording, or voucher posting. Everybody, what's going to be the answer in this case? We're talking about the term which is used for the accounting procedure. Okay, there is one particular thing that in terms of audit is highly important, that is voucher. Always remember, in terms of audits, we have always been very particular about the fact, I'd been into auditing the firms and all. I'd been into auditing of the banks. So when I was looking forward towards the bank audits, now there was one particular thing that was asked for from the clients first. That is, we have always asked for the vouchers. Okay, first of all, provide us the vouchers for this particular month, because if you're going for the concurrent audit, you need it for every single month separately, starting from their TDS returns, from their vouchers, then their cash audit. All those things have to be taken up during that particular period. You know, plus a specific view on the NPAs, locker rent, whether charged or not, and what is the particular portion of the interest accrual if it is that particular quarterly month where you have to capitalize and give it to them. So all those minute details has to be captured in terms of this area. And what is the conclusive proof of it? It is always a voucher posting. Okay, na? These vouchers becomes a solid reason due to which we are working on the entire scenario. Right? Chali. So that is voucher posting. Banks follow the accounting procedure of voucher posting where vouchers are directly posted to individual accounts and subsidiary ledgers. Okay. What is the emphasis in banks concerning books of primary entry and ledgers? Equal emphasis on both, more emphasis on books of primary entry, more emphasis on ledgers, or no emphasis on either. We are looking at the point, what is the emphasis in banks? Acha, what particular thing is more important for the banks? You will say prime entry is more important or the ledgers. Okay, everybody, when we talk about the posting and everything, na, one of the most important elements is always the ledgers. The ledgers are more important, specifically the ones which are related to a specific account and all. Na? So basically, what is more important is whether the amount is actually going to your account or not. For example, there was an account number. The name of the bank is A, B, C, then 000, and then we can say 1, 2, 4, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This specific account number is super important. Think about it. If this is posted in the journal area properly and this is not posted in his account, rather it is posted into 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. That is going wrong, which is of no use. So there is more emphasis on the ledgers. If the specific ledgers are correct now, then things are very, very different. Then things are in a better situation. So in this case, the right answer comes out to be more emphasis on ledgers. In banks, relatively lesser emphasis is placed on the books of primary entry. It is not that important. But yeah, in maintaining accurate ledgers, it's super important because people are going to check their accounts. I will check how much money is there in my bank account, how much money I'm taking out. It is super duper important. Now comes which of the following is a type of debit voucher used in the banks? Salary payment, then comes interest payment, then comes draft issued by the branch, and dividend warrant. What would be the answer in this case, everyone? Which of the following is a type of debit voucher? Which of the following is a type of debit voucher? Anything where you will always find there's a reduction in the value of that particular account. Only that would be a part of it. Okay, salary payment is credited into the accounts. You always see that message now, salary being credited into our account. That is salary payment. Then interest payment, it is also, we will assume that it is the payment. The use in banks now, it is giving us the payment of interest. So this is also a plus point. This is also a great point. Dividend warrant, again, you are getting something. Again, it's going to be on your credit side. The draft issued by the branch, that would be a debit one. Okay, so there is only one debit voucher because drafts issued by the branch are a type of debit voucher in the banks. Okay, everyone, there are three kinds of vouchers. I hope we have done this part just in the beginning. So repeating it again, that is debit voucher where one part is debit. Then we have credit voucher where one part is credit. And where both are there, it is called composite. Okay, so these are the various types of vouchers: debit voucher, credit voucher, and composite voucher, where you will find both debit and credit items being included. Okay, in the book they have given examples of debit voucher, credit voucher, as well as composite. So what can happen is they can actually give you a specific question: identify among the following which particular the thing belongs to debit voucher, credit voucher, or composite voucher. Those kind of match the following questions can also come up. ठीक है ना? अच्छा, now look at this. What is the term for vouchers that contain both debit and credit entries in different accounts? Okay, now look at this. This is single entry voucher, composite voucher, dual voucher, or balance voucher. We have just talked about this area. When we talk about it has both the debit as well as credit, it is going to be the composite voucher. Okay, vouchers that contain both the debit and credit to a different account are called the composite vouchers. That simply means nothing doesn't mean this area doesn't mean the debit and the credit are going to be in the same area. It is going to be in a different set of accounts. Okay, now the banks follow the accounting procedure of voucher posting under which of the vouchers are. The first posted to the general ledger, then to the individual accounts, straight away posted to the individual accounts into the subsidiary in the subsidiary ledger, or first posted in daybook and then in subsidiary ledger, or none of the above. If there's any transaction that I'm doing in my accounts, there is one particular thing I have to remember. It has to, if I deposit 10,000 rupees in my account, it has to be reflected in my account as soon as I've deposited. Now, so when I'm standing in the queue, as soon as I've deposited, move back and I've received the message the amount has been credited to your account. Technically, this thing happens now. That simply means this 10,000 straight away it goes to the individual accounts because I want to know what is my current balance. Rest everything is a secondary issue, but I want to know what is the current balance, and that particular thing is required in terms of the learning in a proper way. Okay, na? Done, everyone? Got the idea? Chaliye. Now comes the next question. Which one of the following is not a debit voucher? Challans for deposits into accounts for central and state government, checks issued by the customer, then drafts issued by other branches to be payable at the branch, and term deposit receipts presented for payment. In this case, most of the areas we are taking the money out of our bank account. Only one point is there when we are basically not taking out the bank account money, we are actually putting more money. That is A, the challans for deposit into the CGNST. Okay, because that is increasing their account balance. Acha, which one of the following is not a credit voucher? Pay in slip filled by the customers for deposit of amount of in their accounts, application for issue of term deposits, voucher prepared by the branch as its printed stationery which is authorized by the bank official, and then letter of authority signed by the customer containing standing instructions. What would be the point where it is not treated as a credit voucher? Acha, in this case, the answer is D, everyone. The letter of authority doesn't state anything. Sometimes the letter of authority can be related to the standing instructions ki theek hai, after certain period of time you deduct this much amount of money from my bank account. theek hai. It is just a standing instruction ki theek hai, you take the money out of it. This is just an authority letter, not actually money is going out right now. At the time it's not going out, we cannot determine it as a voucher. So the letter of authority signed by the customer containing standing instructions. Okay. Acha, which of the following statements is or are not correct about the accounting system in the banks? Accounting systems of different banks vary in terms of nature of transactions. Software used in accounting system do not differ among the different banks. The accounting system in the bank is designed keeping in view the nature and volume of operations, and all of the above statements are correct. What's correct, everyone? Which of the following statements is or are not correct about the accounting system? In terms of accounting system, the software used do not differ. I think this is what I've seen in almost every third bank, because we are into this field from quite a long time. I've seen so many JIB and CIB bankers. Um, there most of the banks, they are ऐसा नहीं है कि they're all the same, and ऐसा भी नहीं है it is all totally different. But yes, every bank has their own set of softwares which they are using. So the accounting system is not the uniform or bilkul, it is not totally same, right? So there are banks where you are using actually bank software, then they are using Finacle as well. So there are different softwares which are being used by the organizations, right? Okay, so let's end our session, everyone. But before I end my session, have you reviewed our courses yet? If you haven't, so then let's check it out on our website there. Uh, I'm taking you to our website, that is www.ada247.com. Go on to the area of JIB and CIB. Go on to the area of JIB and CIB Mahapack, because currently the Mahapack is the particular choice you should look forward to. Reason, if I look at the Mahapack now, uh, let's look at this. Under Mahapack, you get 1100 hours of live classes, both JIB as well as CIB. 561 test series, 603 ebooks, both JIB and CIB. 1825 recorded videos. Matlab the batches which have ended, those are available. The batches which are currently going on, those are very available. And the batches which would be starting afterwards, till the time you have the validity, that are also included. Along with this, both English and bilingual, both batches are available in this. Matlab, if you buy the Mahapack, you don't have to pay separately for revision batch. You don't have to pay separately for anything for that matter. One particular batch bought for the entire JIB CIB, you are sorted. So isn't this a better situation rather than first of all buying the course and then looking forward to revision classes, then looking forward towards the test series? Just buy this particular pack, and that is for 12 plus 12, is for 24 months, everyone. For 24 months you are paying 10,499. Matlab, this means that you are not even paying 500 rupees per month for this particular batch. So why don't we look forward towards the Mahapack of JIB and CIB and prepare properly? We have ample time, and at the same time, if we are looking forward towards JIB plus CIB, 2 years is good enough time to prepare properly. So go ahead and check it out. Don't forget to use the code Y541. Tomorrow I'll be meeting you at the same time at 7:30 p.m. If you like this session, then please go ahead and click on the thumbs up there. Along with that, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do the same as early as possible, and I'll be meeting you tomorrow at the same time.